Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the Wild Show. This is our second show for the 2015 season. To my left, your right, is Mika Washington. To her left, your right, is Scott Dickens / Washington. So look, so look, y'all. This is a Wild Show. Thank y'all for tuning in. Last year, we used to always talk about and stress that we would like to some kind of way slow down or help prevent breast cancer awareness in a lot of females and males. My daughter has me every week, whether she knows it or not, I'm on stage telling women that 1 in every 8 women will develop breast cancer. So please go get your checkups for that. Fellas, 1 in every 1,000 men, believe it, will develop breast cancer.
Wow.
It kills men faster than it kills women because we don't go get checked for it at all.
Wow.
I've never had that checked before. So I'm gonna start asking my doctor to whatever they need to do. I don't know. I guess I can't fit in that machine that they use for women. But yeah, but at least they can do some kind of screening, something. But anyway, get on it, all right, y'all. And fellas, please, if you're 45 and above, go get your prostate exam, all right? So that's our doctor segment for the Wild Show. So, all right, y'all. Real quick, we're gonna jump on it, man, and just get right into it. Last week, we seemed to be a little, I seemed to be a little uneasy because, you know, I didn't like what they did. My man RG3, I had my opinion. Scott had his opinion. And Mika had her opinion. But this week, you know, yep, we are 0-1, you know, and don't forget people out there, same thing, make it laugh, make it cry, because we ain't really worried about it. We got 15 more games
to go,
right? So quickly, overall, gang, you know, starting with you, Scott, what would you say was some of the best moments of yesterday's game overall?
I feel like we dominated the line of scrimmage pretty good. I was shocked at that, to be honest with you. But Dominic Zeus, he just wasn't as destructive as our last time I remember when he destroyed us.
Yeah.
With Donovan McNabb as the quarterback. But they ran the ball well, too.
Yeah.
Like, they dictated to the
Yes,
dog.
they did. I mean, I think Alfred Morris, he shocked me because I was thinking that they were going to get, he and Jones were going to get like split time.
Right.
But I really believe though that the rookie was kind of nervous yesterday. I think you know, even though, you know, preseason I think they don't hype it as much as a regular season game. So I'm surprised to see that the rookie wasn't running like I thought he would yesterday, because Alfred Morris was a beast yesterday. You understand me, man? Number 46 was letting them know, listen to me, I don't care who you on your front line. Cause man, our offensive line was blocking.
Yeah.
I mean, and you said it already. You said we are a better run block team than pass block, which is very evident, because at the end of the game when we needed some pass blocking,
We actually did the whole gamut good yesterday on the offensive line, and I was shocked at that. I'm like, what the heck that was that when our G3 was out there?
Yeah. So Mick, you saw the game. Actually, saw you even looking at some highlights and clapping. What were you clapping about to the game yesterday? What made you clap?
I was clapping because of that turnover that they got where everybody was fumbling for the ball.
Oh.
And we ended up getting it probably down by like the 30 or 20 yard line.
Yeah. Did we score? And I don't remember.
No.
Exactly. That's exactly right. I knew we didn't score, but my thought being sarcastic, it's like, I mean, come on, team. That was a break that we should have taken advantage of. And then yesterday our special teams broke down. Man, I don't understand. I mean, you know, we had a saying last year. You want to set a record in the NFL? Play the Washington Redskins.
Right.
I'm like, man, come on, man. I mean, I know the dude set some kind of record yesterday running that punt return back. I mean, come on, man. You know, I think you brought it up. We had a chance to get the one-man game.
Yeah.
Right? He was available, right?
Yeah, I don't know if he's still playing with anybody.
But he was available last week.
Right.
You know. Also, I'm gonna bring a point. You guys, let me know what y'all think about this. My man, from the 49ers.
Derek Curry. Oh,
No.
Chris Paul?
No. He got picked up with the Oakland Raiders. What's the guy got in trouble? The defensive end that played for the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, Alden Smith.
Alden Smith, man. Now, I want both y'all's opinion on this. You know, I wrote this down when I was in Sacramento over the past weekend with Cheryl Underwood. We was at Tommy T's. And while I was in my hotel room, I saw some of the highlights stating that he was signed for a year.
Wow.
With the Oakland Raiders. And they were wondering if he's going to play with them this past weekend.
Right.
Also, don't quote me on this, but I thought they said, because you know, Alden Smith was already making so much money, whatever the case may be. I think San Francisco had to pay him. I'm not sure, but I thought I heard that the Oakland Raiders only had to pay him $40,000 this year.
Don't have to.
No, that's all they have to pay him. Now I could be wrong.
$40,000 to do what?
To play football for them this year. 75,000
Right.
is the league's minimum, which people don't really know. You know what I mean? So if you're looking for a boyfriend in the NFL, make sure he ain't get the league minimum.
Right.
It'd be like a regular job. It'd be like you might well go ahead and date a postman.
That's
And not to put down the postman, but I'm just saying, you know, most people thinking that athlete.
that's practice squad though.
Yeah, man.
So he's supposed to be getting the rest of his pay from the San Francisco 49ers.
I'm not sure. What I'm saying is, what I'm thinking is the reason why he may have accepted the contract that the Oakland Raiders gave him was because 1, he wants to play. 2, he's still on the West Coast with the good weather and 8 games in the good weather. And 3,
He got a good savings account because $40,000 ain't nothing.
man, $40,000. I'm telling you right
I
now.
didn't hear about all that, so I can't really
Yeah, so again, don't quote me because I was halfway asleep when I really heard this. I was literally in the bed, but I did see that Alden Smith is 1, for sure I know, an Oakland Raider, and 2, they were trying to figure out would he be able to play this weekend? You know, because they were saying, what plays would he know? What defense would he know? And they were saying maybe off his sheer talent, he may be able to go and start or go and get in and be effective in the game. But the reason why I brought up Alden Smith, ladies and gentlemen, is because I was wondering if we had picked him up. Do you think he'd have been too much distraction in the locker room going along with what else is going on? Or do you think that it wouldn't have made a difference because he is a heck of a outside lineman, and whether it be a defensive end or whether it be outside linebacker, I was thinking because Junior Galette was blown Achilles, I thought he might have been to step in and help on the other side of Kerrigan, but Trent Murphy didn't do bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
But what are your thoughts?
I don't want no Alden Smith here. Not to say that he can't play, but he getting too much trouble in the off season. He ain't gonna make it 4 games
Wow.
without doing something insane.
Wow. You know much about Alden Smith?
I mean, I know him from San Francisco, and I know that he did fairly well on their team. I'm not sure why he was let go. And to go to the Oakland Raiders, not to say that their team is, a downgrade, but maybe that says something about, like Scott said, his off season, all of that kind of stuff factors into why a team will want you or don't want you, regardless of your talent and regardless of what you can offer their team. Because at the end of the day, I don't want somebody that's going to either come, A, disrupt my squad, or 2, cause enough. We already got enough media attention. We don't need nothing else.
That's right.
Nothing else.
That's right. Well, my point for bringing it up was just to find out, did you guys think he would have been a great addition to our team as far as helping out the defensive line, or 2, would he be such a distraction and such a off-field and off-season hoodlum. I don't like to put tags on people, but he's been in enough trouble where I didn't know if it made a difference whether our I guess locker room could handle the type of personality that he is. You know what I mean?
Drunk driving, substance abuse,
Yeah,
weapons violations.
yeah.
See, Junior Gillette, it's a difference between being a locker room disturbance
Right.
as opposed to being a criminal.
Right. He said, wow. That's
Junior Gillette was a locker room disturbance. They said D'Angelo Hall was a locker room disturbance in Atlanta. That's because they were sorry.
Well, and also a locker room disturbance could just be, I don't agree with what is going on. You know what I mean? You know. So now you're a locker room disturbance because in other words, we could build a team together. They could let you and me could go. And I'd be like, man, I don't agree with that. Or Mike, you a locker room disturbance. I'm a locker room disturbance. Cause I don't agree with y'all. You know what I mean? So I understand what you mean by that. A locker room disturbance and committing crimes is two totally different things. Which brings me to this point also. Okay, so Wonder Man got to play. Okay, was not suspended for 4 games. Okay?
Oh yeah, Tom Brady, Wonder Man.
They've been in trouble. They, meaning their organization, have been in so many different serious allegations. You know, stealing playbooks, which I guess a lot of teams do, but maybe they don't
Get caught, I guess. I don't know.
or doesn't get the write up like they did. But then you're sneaking into people's camps and taping them. And then deflating footballs and
So all 3 of those just equivalent to cheating.
yeah, exactly. But my thing is though, so I'm mad because you brought up a good point. I saw it also on the internet that Culver is being suspended for a game next week.
Right.
We need everybody we can get. D Hall is hurt right now.
D Hall?
Yeah, man, he got bruised ribs.
Oh yeah, he gonna play with that.
Yeah, he gonna play with that. But man, that hurts when you gotta cut and stretch out. But my whole thing is, I just want to say, our other safety is hurt.
Dookie and Nacho.
Okay, so my point is, and then you're gonna make Culver set out, so that just weakens up our defensive backfield again. It's almost like I know people ain't just setting out to make the Redskins just not be able to win by eliminating whoever they can eliminate. But my thing is, I'm trying to figure out, how serious could his offense be, where they want him to set his game out. But then you don't give him half of the 4, make him sit out for 2 games. You don't give him a 4th of the 4, which would make him only sit out for 1 game. You took all the games away. That's crazy as I don't know what. I'm that mad. I'm just trying to figure out, what did our guy do when he played for the 49ers? Not with us. That's going to make him not sit out the first game, but this next game when we really need him because of the injuries. It's just something to make you go, But anyway, now let's get to, for real, one of the points at hand, and that is, how did you really grade Kirk Cousins yesterday on his performance, being that not you were against RG3, not you were against, because I'm gonna bring up a point also. You also said there was something you want to change about something you said last week. But how do you think Kirk Cousins played, and do you think he played well enough for them to have made the decision to bench RG3 in preseason when RG3 probably didn't play but a game and a half, or whatever the case may be, or whatever he played, and for whatever they're talking about? What do you equivalent all that to yesterday when you saw Kirk Cousins?
Well, let me explain this about the 3 quarterbacks on our team. RG3, in my opinion, is the worst of them, but it's not that much that separates them.
Tell me why he's the worst of them, when you say he's the worst of them.
Because he has no pocket awareness.
Okay.
He can't read a defense. And he's still taking all day long to process what he's saying and throw the ball.
Okay. You mean he was, because he ain't played since.
Right.
I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm just saying.
He was.
Okay, yeah, he was. Because he ain't played a snap, Scott, since The second game in preseason.
Right.
Right. Okay. So I understand what you're saying, but I want people who may not understand what we talking about. They be like, oh, he played yesterday because he ain't played. You know what I mean? So this
Right.
since the preseason game they had. But then Colt McCoy and Kurt, you were going to say something about them. Go ahead.
Colt McCoy is really the best quarterback on the team.
Okay.
The reason why they don't play him because he got the weakest arm and the least physical abilities.
Okay.
So they figure the ones with the stronger arms and the mobility has the more upside just because of what they can physically do.
Okay.
Now if they can get them to, they feel they can get Kirk to learn the football IQ that Colt McCoy has.
Okay. Okay. So with that being said, and I'm gonna interrupt you one more time. That is, so if you think Colt McCoy is the better of the three,
Mm-hmm.
but doesn't have the gunslinging arm or the stronger arm like Kurt does,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't have the mobility or the agility that Kirk Cousins has, then if Kirk Cousins gets hurt next week or has to come out, okay, whatever the case may be, then you're thinking, since you said that RG3 is the latter of the three, Colt McCoy come in next week. You thinking, right?
That's exactly what's going to happen.
And with the play now, because preseason don't mean nothing, because Colt usually plays against second and third stringers. And third stringers meaning people who probably not even want to make the team when it's all said and done. I, for one, like to see Colt McCoy play because to me, it don't make a difference who he playing against. Like they kept the guy, I can't think of his name right now, but 53, our linebacker.
Jeff Colt.
Jeff Colt, okay. Every time I think now, I think of Petticoat Junction. Y'all probably too young. You remember Petticoat Junction?
Nah.
You probably too young for Petticoat Junction. But anyway, some of y'all old heads know Petticoat Junction. But nevertheless, now Jeff Colt was playing deep into the preseason games, but he also was in the right position and making plays because he was, you know what I mean? So I'm not taking anything from Colt McCoy by playing third string and playing against the third string people in preseason. I just want to know, I personally agree with you. I think Colt McCoy, and I don't agree with being better than RG3, but between him and Kirk Cousins, I think he's a better quarterback.
Let me,
go ahead.
Let me see. What goes on in your mind is what makes you better, not necessarily the physical athlete.
Okay. Now, thank you. Because I was starting to think I had to replace you. No, but no. But no, I was saying, do you really believe that RG3 is the worst of the three? But when you say it that way, okay.
Because see, the thing about it, all them talents don't matter if you too stupid to make the right decisions.
Yeah, or that's stupid. I think they deprogrammed him so much that he hasn't been able to reprogram himself. You know, my son was in the Marine Corps, right? Mm-hmm. And Mika can speak on this. We went to go see him, for graduation down in South Carolina. Mm-hmm. And so before graduation, the day before, they were out on one of their exercises.
Right.
They were running through the streets. And he ran past us. And my daughter looked at him and started crying. I was like, what's wrong with you? She's like, oh my God. That ain't him. Look at him. I was like, yeah, I did. He's like a robot. Right. He was smaller than I am right now.
She was literally crying.
Man, because we ran past, she was like, oh my God. And I guess she probably like, because when he left, he probably was about, I'm gonna say 220.
Right.
When she saw him, he probably about $160.
Right.
So she looking at him, he done lost 60, almost 70 pounds, right?
Right.
And then he ran past us almost like, I am Michael. He just, they doing their little chant, but he ran past us. She probably looking at him like, wow. Because, with the discipline that they had, because like I said, we still talking about RG3, they break you down first. So in the Marine Corps or any branch of the Army, or military, they break you down. Mm-hmm. Because I want you to do what I'm telling you to do. And I want you to believe what I'm saying. So these cats over there, man, after they've been over there for 3 months of hearing what I'm telling you to believe and do, mm-hmm. I broke you down. Now I want to build you back up. What I believe in football, you learn as a midget football player, you know, and now you're talking about midgets walking around in the circus. Because people gonna be mad. Why you say midget? But that those the midget is a qualification or term for a description of a league.
In Little League.
You know, Little League, right? And then you get the you get the bigger boys and they keep going. You know. But I don't know. They don't say like midgets and clowns and the other. So I don't know why they say midget, but I guess they say midget because they're little boys.
Right.
But anyway, the point is they start disciplining them boys then. And then you get to another level, and then your coach that taught you something, it says, well, no, we don't do it that way, son. We do it like this, and it keeps going. So I say that RG3 has been so deprogrammed with what they're trying to get him to learn that he hasn't programmed it back yet to mentally believe he can do what they ask him to do. Because what you just said, you know what I mean? I kind of agree with you saying, you're not talking about physical qualifications and skills. You're talking about also mental. Because you say he can't read defenses. My thing is, I don't know if he can't read the defense. I just think he gets to a point, he's like, I really forgot what I'm supposed to do when I see that person right there. He coming for real, but he's trying to camouflage. But I know what's about to happen right now, but I forgot what I do in this situation. That's what I think it is. You know, I mean, I don't think it's that he can't read the defense. I think he's forgetting what the checkdowns are, and so he wants to take off and run.
I believe that's the craziest excuse I ever heard.
Okay, no, but I'm
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
said.
yeah.
You said mentally.
No, but this is the thing.
Ready.
How to drop back and read a defense, that's not something that's systemic. That's foundational.
Okay, but Scott, if
I don't care who defense you in, or whose offense you in, you only got 3 seconds. And you gotta go through your progressions in all of the
But if
offenses.
I have not been that type of quarterback, that's all Kirk Cousins and Colt McCoy know. That's all. I'm not taking anything from their physical attributes, but that is the type of quarterback that they are.
It's been 3 years.
Yeah, it has been 3 years, but it ain't been 3 years that they've been trying to get him to do that.
Okay, you have 2 years.
Yeah, because I'm not trying. I ain't trying to stump. I'm saying, with him being hurt and everything and all, he hasn't had no 3. In other words, if he'd have been healthy, I still think the conversation we having right now would be different.
This is what I'm saying. You making it a comprehension thing. I don't believe that.
Okay.
This is why I keep calling the boy uncoachable. Uncoachable literally means you hard-headed. Now, I don't know if you're aware of this, but Peyton Manning had a quarterback camp in the offseason.
Sure.
Eli Manning was there.
Sure.
Russell Wilson was there.
Sure.
All of the great quarterbacks that are trying to get better was there. RG3 wasn't there.
Right.
Now you know good and well your job is on the line. What's in the inside of you?
Maybe it costs too much from you.
Right? Exactly. Well, either you can have the Gatorade money to pay him, the Castor Oil money, the Adidas money, or the Subway money, or the Redskin money. So you had some money to go to the game.
Okay.
But you don't go exhaust that. In my opinion, that shows a level of big-headed and arrogance, and can't nobody tell you nothing. And this one thing I know about coaches. Coaches will take a less talented player that'll listen as opposed to a very talented player that don't do nothing I tell them.
Oh, well, you can almost, what's the word I'm looking for? You can almost attribute that to anything.
I was about to say, it's in the Bible, but we'll be right back and discussing this.
Okay, so today we'll have a special segment also, and Mika will be doing that. It's a surprise, so sit tight and enjoy this.
Hey guys, so I'm Mika and this is Football 101. But I have something that I would like to talk about other than football. So this season, I thought I would decide to give some fans a chance to be on the show. And you're probably thinking, ooh, how can I do that? Well, I know you guys like football just as much as we do, and some of y'all are so passionate about the Redskins. Some even may be more passionate than we are. I don't know how that would hold up. But I'm thinking maybe if you record yourself 90 seconds or less and give us your opinion of the game. That means offense, defense, special teams, and even coaching. You just might be able to be on the Wow Show. So, this week, I want you to take a look at the game, and I want you to record yourself 90 seconds or less and tell us what you thought about the game. Then, I want you to send it to WashingtonsOnWashington@gmail.com, and then we'll decide who has the best comment, and then you may just be featured on the Wow Show. All right? So I'm Mika, and that's Football 101.
And with that said, we'll be right back after Scott lets you know why a kingdom divided will not stand.
I'm Scott Dickens, and this is the Wild Corner. You know, the good Abraham Lincoln coined the phrase right out of the Bible: a house divided against itself should not stand. Now I'm starting to see what Diana Rossini was talking about, and I'm really starting to give a lot of weight to what she said about front office. I'm gonna tell you what. You make RG3 not just not the starting quarterback, but you make him number 3 inactive, and then he's on the sidelines with a sweatsuit on, and then you use him as a scout team safety in practice. That is a clear depiction of what the coach view him as a quarterback. Well, if that's how the coach views him as a quarterback, why is he still on the team? The answer is simple. I can see Daniel Snyder's displeasure even in his silence. Kirk Cousins threw 2 interceptions yesterday, and to be honest with you, he played a good game in my opinion in spite of those 2 interceptions. But one thing I noticed that Jay Gruden did, he began to get passive and abandon the passing game because he's trying to put Kirk Cousins in a position where he couldn't throw another interception. When you got to do stuff like that, that's a conspicuous sign that the owner ain't pleased with the fact he even benched RG3. And he telling him, if you're going to bench my man, you better win. Think about it. If you look at the Indianapolis Colts, the whole entire front office to the owner agreed that they wanted Andrew Luck. Do you realize Andrew Luck has thrown 43 career interceptions? But guess what? They don't care because they figure he's like a Brett Favre type quarterback. You going to win with him or you going to lose with him. But they rather taking their chances letting him sling the ball because they know we're going to win more time we're going to lose. I believe if we would have stuck to the passing game and kept dinking and dunking, Kirk Cousins would have ripped him alive. But them 2 interceptions kind of yanked the leash around Jay Gruden's neck from Dan Snyder, so he feel he had to kind of justify his decision. And when you start playing passive, that helped lead up to us losing the game, along with the 11 penalties, which shows how undisciplined our team is. But as long as you got a coach having to appease a displeased owner that may not be football competent, that's a recipe for disaster right then and there, and we ain't gonna be able to move forward. And I am Scott Dickens, and this is the Wild Corner.
Hey, welcome back everyone. Season 3, Wild Man here with my buddy Tough Piggy. Well, first game is over. We got lost. Okay, time to go back to the drawing board. Well, I have 2 rookies I would love to talk about. Mac Jones, first and foremost. The rookie running back, the guy looked like he's ready to roll for 16 games. He's going to be a great addition to the team, and plus he's going to get Alfred Morris some blows. Brandon Scherff, everybody know he's supposed to be a tackle, but right now he's a right guard. He's doing all right, but the kid gonna get back. He's strong, he's aggressive, and he likes to get down and dirty in the trenches. So Brandon Scherff, just take your time, man. Protect your quarterback at all times. Matter of fact, whoever the quarterback is, protect. Please. And like I said, Mac Jones, son, we have 2 games on the roster that we want you to take care of, and that is the Dallas Cowboys. If you can, run over every star you see and step on it. So, like I said, these 2 rookies, look out for them. These guys is going to really open everybody's eyes this year. This is the Wild Man, Tough Piggy, See y'all next week.
Okay, so that's very interesting. And for a fact, I need you guys to really start commenting on our show, basically, so we can have some questions and answers for you guys. You know, if you got questions, regardless of what it is, no question would be too small to answer or too large to answer, and no question will ever be stupid in our sense. Because again, we're just fans, okay? We're not analysts. We're fans that really dig the Redskins. You understand me? So, with that being said, yesterday our defense really played very well. That front line, Pop Roast, and man, if you ever get to watch our show, I called you Pop, but that still was a compliment. You understand me? I knew you should be a receiver, man. I'm telling you, I don't know how many steaks you done ate, but I'm telling you right now, buddy, it's hard to move Pop Roast in that middle. You understand me? Him and Bacon in together. I'm talking about that's almost like trying to push a fully loaded dump truck. I mean, this is a big boy. And then Hatcher, man, Hatcher look like he ain't supposed to be out there with human beings, man. Hatcher like a little giant. I mean, look, I'm like, I was like, what in the world?
That's because in the off season he was getting himself together.
Yeah, and then of course, Kerrigan, as always, he played well. He had a bat ball, and then I noticed your man, and then
Preston Smith popped
yeah.
up big.
Yeah, he did. That's what caused all that fumbling with that
okay.
Yeah.
turnover.
That's right. I'm gonna be very, very curious to see.
I'm so missing Dookie and Nacho though.
Yeah,
Good
man.
God Almighty.
Yeah,
He
well,
didn't get to play last season either.
Right.
yeah, but he'll be back with what they say, 6 to 8 weeks though.
They don't know. They might have to put him on the injury reserve for
Oh,
the year
man,
or
I
for
can't
a
believe
period of
that.
time. They don't know. He broke his wrist.
I can't believe that, man. And the thing about it is, my man Brandon Merriweather is playing with the Giants now. When I saw him last night, man, you brought that back to me. When I saw him last night, it was so funny. I was like, man, that dude look familiar right there. Yeah, no wonder you look familiar, Brandon Merriweather,
Right.
playing with the Giants. But anyway, Meek, so last week we really were talking a lot about RG3, and I still feel like I don't know what the deal is. As far as he was second string, now they put him in third string. Now he has been cleared and will possibly be activated. But do you think that they may not activate him to bring in some more of the defensive backs?
Who?
RG3, because he was inactive this past week.
Right.
I thought he would be activated this week to be able to play, just in case for whatever reason be. But do you think that they may just leave him inactive and bring up some more of these defensive backs?
Well, they're gonna leave RG3 inactive until Daniel Snyder has had enough.
Me?
If he could play another position, possibly he might get active. But I think right now they're gonna try to wear Kirk Cousins out because he's 1-9 as a starting quarterback. So I don't know how much more you gotta get your feet wet. You done tipped in your toes, then you put your whole foot in there. Now you swimming around in the pool. What more work do you need? Because the turnovers that you had yesterday, did they have apples in them?
Oh my God! I just caught that joke. Let me say this now. Redskin Nation, I know y'all gonna be tripping off of this, but I'm gonna take off for Kurt on the second one. The second was a great defensive play by that corner. That corner or safety was in great position and actually a lot of concentration because he kept his feet in bounds and controlled the ball. The first one, he threw it right in his gut. I'm talking about he threw it. He threw the ball to him.
He must have thought he had on the white uniform that we with.
He threw it to him like coaches be practicing. Just okay, hip, whip, and they throw it right to you. to make sure that you get hands. You know what I mean? Because sometimes that's what happens. The ball will come right to you. But
Tannehill threw two interceptions too.
Sure.
He just dropped. We didn't make plans.
It's the first week. Everybody's gonna have their faults. However,
But wait.
Kirk Cousins has had enough time per se to get himself together mentally as far as being a quarterback. Physically, he may not be there because he hasn't had enough playing time with the first team per se. But you can't say that because we got a lot of new people. We got new coaches, we got new players, and we have all those other factors that go into it. So I'm gonna give him another 2 to 3 weeks before I actually say he's a bum. But
I'm gonna say he's a bum this week, and I'm gonna tell you that interception was a pick six. Okay, that wasn't just no interception. Is what I was gonna get to. So now I'm not gonna use the word. I'm not gonna use the word bum. I'm being funny. That's too strong a word. But come on, man. My thing is, I don't care nothing about what they're talking about. Okay, it was the first game and he got to get his feet under him. Man, you've been in the NFL for as long as every quarterback on the team now, right? Colt's been around the longest, right?
yeah, I was about to say.
But I'm saying, but what I'm saying is, in other words, is he doesn't have to get acclimated to nothing. He was playing second string the whole time. He was getting just as many reps, and he played more in the preseason than RG3 played. And now you came out with the first team. You had all your weapons except Deshaun Jackson. They tried on every radio station and every stupid television show I saw, tried to defend him by saying, oh my God, this and that and the other. Man, let me tell you something right now. I don't care how many people watch our show, don't watch our show. It's still a black and white world. Period. Nobody say anything? We'll be right back. So, check this out. Overall, special teams, offense, defense, your grade for the Redskins yesterday, Scott.
Combined,
Yes.
you got to make it a C because you ain't win.
Okay. Me?
Overall, I would say a C. And it's not because they didn't win, it's just because of the mistakes that were being made, the penalties that you had, unnecessary things that, could have been learned from the 4 games you only won last season.
Wow.
That's coaching when you get 11 penalties.
Yeah.
Do you realize that's more penalties than the Giants and the Cowboys had combined?
Wow. Y'all just stole my thunder because I was going to end by saying one series we had so many disgusting penalties that I almost stopped watching the game. It was unbelievable. I was like, they get one more penalty, I'm not gonna finish watching this game. But overall, I give them just a regular C. A regular C because we didn't win, and the penalties were atrocious in that one series. That instead of us going forward, we were pushed back so far that I almost thought we were gonna push us back to the other end zone for real with just penalties.
Let me tell you something.
Sure.
The Giants are by far the worst team, talent-wise, in the NFC East.
Wow.
But they the best coached.
Okay.
They had 5 penalties. I hate to admit it, but the Cowboys only had 3.
Okay.
Typically, penalties is when something in your technique and fundamentals is not right, you get beat, now you're trying to catch up.
Uh-huh.
You got poor fundamentals, which you've been doing all training camp.
Yeah.
That's coaching.
Yeah. Wow.
When Shanahan was here, even when we were 6 and 10, we was the least penalized team.
Yeah.
When you got 11 penalties, you out penalized 2 teams. That's just a lack of discipline, and that reflects on the coaching staff.
Right. Well,
You ain't gonna win with 11 penalties.
nah, I agree with you right
That's a
there.
reflection on everybody. Because as a player, you should know what you can and can't do. You've been playing in the NFL for how long now? You've been playing football for how long now? The rules don't change that much.
And with that being said, I hope we win more than 4 games this year. I'll tell you something right now, coaching won't be a problem next year, or maybe it will, but it won't be the same. And with that being said, our show won't be the same next week because we will have some more players possibly. But but anyway, man, we love y'all tuning in, following us, and I'm telling you, man, don't take nothing that we say to heart. You understand me? I mean, because we are Redskin fans that like elaborating on the Redskins. And if you like watching us, Mika can tell you how to keep it up.
Like and share our fan page on Facebook. That's Wow. The Washington's on the Washington Redskins. And then hit us up on Twitter at _WOW1932. And then also you want to make sure you follow us on Instagram at Washington's on Washington. And then earlier you heard us mention if you had any questions, suggestions, comments, go ahead and send it to us in an email at washingtonsonwashington@gmail.com.
And ladies and gentlemen, we like to end our show by always letting you know that HTTR does not mean hater, but it does mean
Hail to the Redskins.
peace, y'all.
My son works